Do you find yourself wishing for those stamps and dies or some techniques that really allow you to celebrate and create projects that show your friends and your loved ones that you really care and cherish them? Join me, we'll learn some techniques that are fun and that allow you to really celebrate the loved ones in your life. To get started, we're going to cut out the borders for this card using this Sweetheart border set. This is part of the Heartfelt Love Collection. You have these two intricate, beautiful borders. They're very versatile. We're going to use the large one first. I'm just putting it on a white piece of cardstock, and we're going to run that through the Vagabond today. When I run this through mine, I'll do a double shim in the center so it has a little bit more pressure. So when I'm cutting it out, it gets a smooth, good cut. If you have a different machine, you may want to practice with the shimming a little bit. But I find that if I have a thicker center, since the die is very intricate and it's larger, I like to do that when cutting out this specific one. So we'll bring this out, and we'll see if that one is all cut out. You'll see that we'll just pop this right out. I'll remove the edges first. You know what, it looks like we need to do a little bit more cutting up here. So let's just put that in. That is partially because I had a very thick shim, so I'm just going to put it in again. It's just the outer edges, and run that through real quick. So when you're die cutting, you can kind of like just go ahead and use different shimming techniques with it. You can easily put it back through again if you need to. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we can pop this out. This one has a little bit more larger tendrils, so we'll just pull out this outside piece. And then I like to take my Spellbinders Tool-in-One and just bring out the rest of that die. And if you have a foam mat, you can put this onto a foam mat and just brush off those excess pieces, and we're ready to add that to the card. The floral accents on this card, we're using the stamps and dies from the Banners of Love stamp and die set. These are really beautiful to add those touches for accents with sentiments and your floral. So to color those, I'm going to use just a sponge dauber. I cut out this just for you with the coordinating die. And I'm just adding a little bit of rouge to the base of the flower. And I added this sweet Posies as a stamped image and as an accent for shading. So once you have kind of a light coloring in there, you can go back with your Dove blender and you can add some more accent colors in there. So if you wanted the flowers to be a little bit darker in the middle, you can easily do that. So that is the way I just quickly and easily color my stamped images. So once you're finished with one color, there's also some like green little leaves in here, so I'll just add a little bit of green onto those leaves. And you could go back and shade a little bit. I like to make sure there's not too much green. But I stamped the images in the background with the Sweet Posies, Memento ink, and that gives a nice kind of purplish base background color. So quick and easy to color these. If you wanted to go back and add a little bit of shading into the banner, you can always do that. So I'll just go back, just add a little bit. And when I shape these banners, you can literally just take the handle of a stylus, the handle of a pen, and just kind of like shape that like this, and you get a nice banner effect. That is the exact same way I colored this floral spray. That's all cut out. Now before we add these accents to the card, I wanted to show you a quick little demo on how you can use stamp paint to add some shimmer and texture to this beautiful Sweetheart Borders die. This is really fun to just add a slight shimmer to your border die. So just go ahead. I am using, let's see what the color on this one is. This is Silver Gold Metallic Stamp Paint. So it's a little bit lighter color. And you can go ahead and sponge that over the entire die, and you have a very nice metallic-y look like you see all over this when it dries very quickly. To create this heart, I stamped this background image from the Forever Love background with the Rouge chalk ink, and I die cut it with the eyelet hearts. This die is one of my all-time favorites. You have the layered hearts that you can do so many things with. So once you have all these pieces cut out, you're ready to start assembling your card. I took a 6x6 card and I scored it at the 3-inch line on both sides, and that creates that center fold, and I just decorated it with my favorite paper. So now you're ready to add these accents to both sides, and you quickly see how this becomes very decorative and very beautiful. Now this die is incredibly versatile, so you can use it in many different ways, and in just a little bit we'll show you some of the ways that we have used them, and I'm sure you'll figure out many more creative ways that you're going to use them as well. So you'll put that on the one side, and then we'll flip it around and we'll use the design on the opposite side as well. So very quick and easy to make those very elegant, beautiful cards to celebrate those occasions and celebrate the loved ones that you absolutely cherish. So we will bring this on the opposite side. See how that glimmers and shines? The stamp paint is a beautiful accent. And again, the ink colors that I was using was the Sweet Posies, the Rouge Chalk, and the Bamboo Leaves Memento ink. So once you have that glued down, you could have positioned this heart wherever you wanted, but I kind of wanted to have it as a center focal point on my card, and I just glued the one half of the card. So we'll add that to the center, and then you can go ahead and add those finishing accents to the top of the heart. Now I finished it with crystal glitter and some heart of gold prills and some foam dots to finish this card for that beautiful loved one in your life. Another beautiful accent that comes with this collection is a little gift box that you can use for special gifts, or you could put a little tea light. You can leave a comment below to let me know what you would like to create these boxes for. But with this, it comes from the Gift of Love box. There's 4 dies within this set, and we'll step you through how you can create this beautiful dimensional box and decorate it to however you prefer. So to create this one, there is the large die. When you run it through on just a basic piece of cardstock, this is the cut you'll achieve, and it has all your score lines. Now, once you've done that, if you wanted to cut this opening into it, you have that option. And all you do is you take this little square, you lay it on top, you run that through your machine, and that will cut that opening like you see right here. This little square is super versatile, so you can also use it for cards. So if you just use this outer straight square die cut line, you will get a little separated piece like this. So once you have those pieces cut out, you'll do 4 of each of these pieces. You're ready to assemble your box. So when you look at the box, you have a tab on one of the sides that you'll just fold in, and you'll make sure that all these little fold lines are folded in as well. So you'll do that first. Once you've done that, you can choose whichever one you want first and start adding some glue to those little tabs. So there's 3 tabs on one side of this one, so you'll just put that down, and you will hook this in with the side that does not have a tab. So what I like to do personally is I like to start down here at the large square. So you'll just basically line those up, press it together, and as you come up, you'll just like kind of keep lifting this up, and you'll see how quick and easy it is to make a little gift box. That's so super, super cute. So we'll bring this up, and that kind of creates that top. Now you have a lot of options with this one, so I would definitely like just bring this up, and then you have those flaps that will fold in the top once you have put your little gift on the inside. So I will lay this aside to dry, and we'll finish this box here. This one has already been glued 3 sides, and we'll finish that 4th side. Let me just grab another piece real quick of that one. So with that one, we'll again just glue on 3 sides, or the 3 tabs, and put this on. So I'll just glue that on the side. So as you're watching me create this, think about what celebrations or what ideas you'd like to do with this little gift box. You're not just limited to one occasion. You could actually use this for Christmas. You could use this for Valentine's Day. You could create little Easter boxes. You could use this for birthday treats. Or if you're just wanting to do a little thank you for somebody that did something special for you, you could give them this little box as well. So just make sure when you're doing this that you line up all those edges and then bring it up here on the top and make sure that's pulled up and just hold it a little bit and just kind of be patient with the process. If that pops up, I might just leave that for a little bit and glue this box closed and come back and just glue those tabs later. So we're going to go ahead and just add some more glue. This is the last side, so you're doing 4 sides. If you find that tape is easier for you because it sticks instantly, you could use that as well. So when you go to close this last side, just pull this together and you will have a box. Just make sure everything's squared up. Make sure all your tabs are pulled up and you will quickly and easily have that little gift box. I'll bring this in and we'll have those little tabs glued at the top. And then you could just like let that dry a little bit. The bottom, you can close that. You can glue it shut if you want. It's totally up to you. I'm going to do that right away. If you wanted to leave it open so you can put something in from the bottom, you can always do that. Or you can add something in from the top. So the top then, you'll just do like a 4-fold like this, and that will close that box. Just make sure that everything is dry for you before you do that close. Then you can go ahead and decorate those outside pieces. So I went ahead and I took one of these pieces. You can sponge at the edges and you can glue that on top, and you can add those little extra die cut pieces as a special decoration like we did on these boxes, and you can also stamp a sentiment on that as well. There's many more ways that you can use the dies within the Heartfelt Love collection. This card is very unique, and you'll see that it has a special shape on the back. That was using this piece to cut the base. You'll just want to fold your card and just hold it up a little bit further than the fold line, and you can use the outer part of this Sweetheart Borders die to create an actual card base. Use some of those heart dies. Let me show you that one. Use the eyelet heart die to create the base and some of those florals, and you'll have a very elegant detailed card as well. Another way to work with that die is you'll see it as a green in, oops, that's to the side there, in the background, and then layer those hearts on top of each other. The eyelet hearts are designed so you can layer them on top of each other to create that beautiful layered look. You can emboss the hearts, you can stamp on them, and then this love set is so pretty. That comes from the banners of love. There is the word love in there, so you can stamp it in gold, you can die cut it and get a lot of detail. Now this stamp set has 5 images. You've got Praying for You, you've got those multiple banners, you've got the Just for You in there, and all of them cut out with the coordinating die. So I have lots more samples here for you. This is another card done with a Sweetheart Borders, just really focusing on that border. You'll see that separated accent border down here on the side. That's really pretty as well. And then here, this border was used on both sides of the card to create like a fancy shaped card. Isn't that beautiful? So if you're looking at these cards and you're like, hey, that's beautiful, Emmylou, how did you make that? We have the samples online with instructions, so make sure that you check those out. Now, when you think of the Sweetheart Borders die, think about cutting it apart and using it different ways. So you'll see that there's multiple edges on here that you can separate it and use it as well. Here you've got the heart so that it's the outer part is more outside, and then you've got the sentiment more towards the middle. So you will absolutely have so much fun using all those different hearts, nesting them together, and using them different ways. With this card, we used one of the sentiments. There's some fun sentiments I'm going to show you in just a second. But we used the border in the background, and then use those beautiful florals within the banner set to accent this card. Here's another one with the Forever Love background. This one's just your basic black and red combination for, like, say, Valentine's Day. You've got your I love you in the center paired with those little beautiful hearts. This sentiment is really fun all together as a background. That's what I used for the background of the heart we were talking about here earlier. But I also like to use it to cut out different pieces. So you'll see that in here it says, my favorite place in the world is next to you. That's what I used in the center here. So use this sentiment as a background or an option to cut it apart. With this, oh, hang on a second. Oh, here we go. We have the Heartfelt Love Sentiments. This is perfect for a lot of those special moments that you want to celebrate. One of these, all you need is love and chocolate. Isn't that pretty? Happy Valentine's Day. Have a wonderful day because I care. I love you. Hey, gorgeous. Love you. A gift from the heart. Here's another card that is really fun using some of the dies from the Gift of Love box. So that's using the little square. So if you're like a quilter, you could even do background patterns with that one. So, but we used in the center, use the heart die, the accents, and then you see the subtle Forever Love back in the background as well. So those are some of the cards that you can create, but I wanted to show you some more ways that you can do the boxes. So this is a box that is open so you can see through it. You can see what's on the inside, or you have the option, like this one is open as well, but this one's closed. So if you want to keep it secret, you could completely close it. And then here's another little box, so you can do a lot of fun box ideas. Think different seasons as well. Before we end this, I wanted to show you the paper collection. The paper collection we did a little differently. The fronts of this one is all sentiments. It's sentiments for all occasions. So this is for you for centers of cards. It's for the inside of cards. There's birthday, there's sympathy, there's just because I care, there's friendship. There's a huge variety of sentiments in here. And then the backgrounds are more your neutrals that you can use to create those special cards, more like your Valentine type theme. But you'll want to go through the paper individually online and see all of those beautiful details. Here's a little booklet that was created with a border die on the top. And you open this up, you see how beautiful that border is. You could use this for your flip fold albums. And then there's like little note cards on the inside here. Isn't that adorable? And then we have one more album that was really decorated with a lot of the Heartfelt Love dies. You see how those borders and the beautiful background papers within that collection. Use these techniques with your cards and your stamped images to create these special and memorable cards that your loved ones will cherish. If you don't have these stamps and dies yet, I have added the links below for quick and easy ordering. And if you are making projects with this collection, make sure to share those with us on Facebook. We love to see what you create. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you next time.